Hey y'all, listen, I wanted to show you something. I got a big old box today and I'm going to show you what was in it. It's an orchid plant, but I've never seen one like this before. It's different from anything. As a matter of fact, when I opened it, I didn't even think it was an orchid. Look at that. See the leaves? They're not anything like the ones I have right now. So I read the directions and it said you're supposed to take this little bucket right here. Because it's got holes all in the bottom. You can see how the holes are. And it had sphagnum moss wrapped around these roots, which has still got a little bit on it right here, like that. It said that you could take this sphagnum moss off and put it at the top. There's your moss. And put it at the top once you've filled the little container with like bark, or well, it gave several things that you could fill it with. You could fill it with pine bark, sphagnum moss, or coconut shaft. And I have pine bark. I got plenty of pine trees. So there are the roots. And I'm going to go out now in the yard and try to find me some pine bark and punch it up a little bit with some, I think that root's about rotten. But anyway, I've got this one. And I've got this one, which I hadn't pulled all the spag. It came wrapped in the sphagnum moss with some paper around it. Just brown paper. But I'm fixed to go plant it, and then we'll watch it together and see if we can make the thing bloom. There's the UPS man. Let's see what he's got to say today. He's going all the way around. And I need to stop him. I'll be right back, y'all. Oh my goodness, that was a UPS man, and he brought me 2 of these things. It says fragile, handled with care. So we'll see what it's got in here. Oh my goodness, it's something else blooming. Let me look. Let me undo this thing and let's see what we've got. We may have to get some more bark outside, haven't we? Let me, can y'all, I messed up my little space here. All right, let's see what it says. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look, let me take it out of the box so y'all can see it. It's hot as a blue blaze. I have to water it. I'm trying, y'all. Just give me a minute, darling. Give me a minute. They got it tied in here with a... Oh, let me turn you around. I'm going to get these scissors. There we go. Now then. Look at that. Let me untie it. Now that's an orchid. I know, I recognize it. Let me show you the difference in these leaves and the other one. That was a new UPS man. I've never seen him before. We want to be careful, don't we? Well, I'm going to tell you what, when y'all send things to me, we're all going to enjoy it because I'm going to let you see it in my window and we're all going to look at it and enjoy it. Now, this one doesn't have sphagnum moss in it. It's got bark-like stuff. That's what I'm fixing to go out and get for these 2 right here, is bark. Oh my goodness, how pretty. All right, here are the leaves I'm used to looking at. So I can't wait to see what this one looks like, because I don't know. And look at that pretty bloom on there. Somebody told me that those blooms like that were not real, that they put dye in them or something. I don't know what they do to them, or I don't know enough about an orchid to know. But I know this. I'm fixed to water him up. And we're going to let him cool off. He's hot. Isn't that beautiful? Let's sit it in our window with the others. We're going to have a flower garden over here. Look at that. Let's put it right here. You got this one. I just had to set the thing on a bottle to keep it up off. And this one's about had it. It's about done all it's going to do. Let me put it on top of this leaf. There we go. And then somebody sent this too. I don't know if y'all ever seen anything like that before. That is an amaryllis, but they have put wax around this part, and this little stand came with it. And when I first got it, it was just barely coming up out there like a little leaf. See that little leaf right there? And it said, just sit it in your window and watch it grow. And so I set it in my window, and I'm watching it grow. I've got it right here where I can see it. Let me get y'all up close where you can see all the stuff. Now this one right here, this is angel wing begonia, and I'm rooting it myself. Look at that pile of roots I got on it. See that? I need to plant it in my dirt, and I just hadn't had a chance to do it yet. But I'll sit it back over there, and got all these blooms right here. Y'all really can't see it too good because the light is on the wrong side, but I can see it good in my little thing. Here's something somebody sent me, and it doesn't have a bloom on it right now because I guess it quit blooming for a while, but they said it was a goldfish plant, and the little blooms on it actually look like a goldfish. It's beautiful. All right. All right, let's see. They sent me 2 of these things. Let me see what the other one looks like. Where's my knife I had? I'm going to go cut the box open. Let's cut our box open, y'all. Let's see what we got. When I say we, it's because I want to share it with you. I want you to look in my window and see all those pretty blooms, and maybe it'll brighten your day too. You're not just sending me something, you're sending us all something, and we thank you, don't we, y'all? Let's get the other one open. If I can figure out how to do this one. Find the paper on it. There we go. All right, I've about got it, y'all. I'm coming back over there. I've got it sitting, this thing sitting on the stool. Cut that little part off. Here we go. That one was kind of more blue, and this one is more purple. It's purple. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness. We're going to have a good time. We're fixing to go out in the woods right now. Y'all going to go with me. And we're going to get some bark and put it in a bucket. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak that bark in water and get it really good and wet. And then I'm going to put those plants in it like it told me to. Let's throw those scissors away there. Sorry. Let me see. There we go. All right, here we go. It's something how the roots of this orchid like to come up out of the actual pot. And it also amazes me how the UPS man can bring it. If I'm not mistaken, that last one said California on it. I'm gonna go look at the package again. I haven't had a chance to really read it good, so I'm trying to get it out of here. Oh, that one had a broken thing on it. Guess it broke on the way. Dadgum. Isn't that pretty? I'll set it in some water. You reckon it'll do? Let's try. Let me go get a jar. I always keep all the little jars over here anyway. And we'll just use this little jar right here. I love little old medicine bottle jars. This one says Johnson's and Crouch. Let's see what that says. Johnson and Crouch, Crouch, Products and Pharmacist, Troy, Alabama. That's just right down the road from me. Not far at all. Troy is about I guess maybe an hour or something like that. So I filled it with water, and let's put this pretty flower in it. See if it'll suck up some of that water, and maybe it'll continue to bloom. Who knows? We're going to try anyway. All right. Let's go get the bark for these two that we're going to watch and see what they do. So let me turn you off, and then we'll go outside. All right, let's go out. Go out the door. Here's what I keep my little tools and stuff in. I might could use one of those to kind of scratch up some things. Let's see what we'll take. We'll take this. We probably won't need it, but we will. Y'all, it is so hot in Andalusia. I want you to look at my hydrangea. This morning, it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. And now the sun has hit it, and so it's just dried up. And my little goldfish, he's probably down at the bottom down there. I'm going to see if I can't find me some more goldfish. You know what I do with those goldfish, I keep them in that water. And I've got one at the front and two at the back. And so what I do is the mosquito come and lay their larvae in that, in there. And when they do, the goldfish eat them. So the mama mosquito, that cuts down on my mosquitoes. Gosh, it's hot out here. Woo, woo. Y'all look, it's hot. Can you feel it through the fold? All right, let's go back this way. Let's see what we got. I need to find me a pine tree or oak tree or something. Let's go out in the woods a little bit. You'll walk. There's some pine cones right there. That probably would do too. Here's a big pine tree right over in here. Y'all see that? All that's wood right there. That's pine bark. I mean, pine. We call it, Lord have mercy, have I forgotten? Lightered. That's lightered. All right, here's something old right here. Let's see what this got on it. Let's get over here in these bushes. Hope we don't get on the snake. We're going to get over here. All right, look at that pine tree. Y'all see that pine tree? Look how tall it is. It's huge. I'm going to stand beside it so you can really see how big this thing is. See that? It's a huge pine tree. All right, so let's take and kind of pull some of this bark off of it. It just hangs on it like that. I don't even need those clippers. It's doing fine without it. Here's some on the ground. Probably some rotten right there. Yeah, there's some rotten bark all around it. I hope I don't get some red bugs while I'm out here. There's some. It's hard to hold this phone and have y'all with me. You don't want to pull all the bark off in one section. I love pine trees, and this one is Old. Don't tell how old this thing is. It makes those, it's a longleaf pine, this one is. It makes huge, kind of crunch that up a little. All right, that's not quite enough. I need some more. All right, let me turn this off a minute so I can get this, use two hands. Hey y'all, I found an old oak that's dead and plenty of bark right here. Probably an old rattlesnake up in here too. I better be careful. But that's some really good rot right there. I'll put that in our bucket. This is good for your plants. It's kind of rotten like that. It holds moisture good. So we'll use some of that in our bucket. We'll get back to the house and crunch it up. Ooh, look, termites. See that? I better not be putting that too much in my house. See those termites? Look at them. They're moving their babies. See those little white things? Let me zoom in on them. Where y'all can see. Well, it won't let me zoom. I'll just have to get up there at it. Okay. There they are. That is termites. See them moving their babies back down in the hole? Let me see if I can just break this apart right here and see if there's some more up under it. There they are. Termites. Taking their babies back down in the hole. Yeah, we're gonna have to be careful. We don't want to take any termites in the house. But down south, you have to watch out for termites. All right, let's go back to the house. All right, we headed back to the house. We've been walking down this old road. There's George's old tractor. He used to make me drive that thing where he could hook up stumps and stuff like that in the back with a chain and then have me drive forward and pull it. And I'm thinking, good Lord, I'm afraid I'm going to run over my husband. Whew, I got to get out of this heat. It's too hot out here. But I wanted to do this in the daylight so we can get back in the cool. We need to get back into the cool. Get back into the cool. Here's my mulch bucket. See right here, I got all my eggshells and coffee grounds and stuff in it. Then I'll take it out to my mulch bed. Sometime we will, you and I will go out there and look at my mulch stuff. Woo! Gosh, this house feels good. It's a mess, but it feels good. All right, let me turn y'all till I get you around. Let me show you what I did with the bark, okay? Turn around this way. I took this bark right here. Let me move you back some so you can see. I took this bark right here, and what you do, and I got water in there. See there? I crumbled it up like this. And you push it down in there, and that rotten wood that was in there, like that piece right there, I just crunched it up like that. That rotten wood we found, there's another big nice piece. And you push it down in the water like this. Let's put the other bark in there. This part right here, one time we were doing crafts and we made a Santa out of it. We made a little ornament. It's shaped like that's his beard right there. That was his hat. And you put a little face on it and hang it on the tree. It's real lightweight and it does great. I'll push all over a little bit more like that. Anyway, like that, okay? And you push it down in this water, and we're gonna get it really wet. and let that bark absorb the water, because y'all, you're not supposed to plant orchids in dirt or potting soil. It's got to be in something airy like this, like sphagnum moss or bark. And those roots will just come out of it. Now then, y'all know how allergic I am to everything. So, this is that Amish farm soap that I told y'all about. Right there it is. See those little speckles in it? It's got, it's all natural, and it's good for my skin. There's an old crow out there getting all my bread from my red birds and whatever. Anyway, I wash my hands in this all the time, in my body and my face, because I'm so allergic to everything. But it is good soap. All right, I'll have to wash it again before we're done. But anyway, all right, if y'all, here's my dish rag, my dish towel I'm doing with. I want y'all to look at those. Let me get you over here and see if you can see this. Do y'all see those two crows out there? Let me find them. No, you can't see them. I don't even know. It's hard for me to hold this camera. Anyway, there's two crows out there eating. But let me tell you something. If you want to save money, you get you a dish towel, hang it in your kitchen, and dry your hands on it, and make the children do it too if you have to hide those paper towels, because they just do like this, shh, and pull off 5 or 6 at one time. I know how they do. I had kids. So what I do is my paper towels I use for, like if I'm frying something, I put it on a plate and, you know, to absorb grease. But I don't use paper towels just to dry my hands or wipe up a spill. I use, I'll show you what I use. Here's my dish rag. And honey, these things are good. I have some followers that make these, and they are so nice. I got some, I guess it was yesterday or day before. Look at this. And they get wet, and then you wash your dishes with it, and wipe off your counters with it, and then you throw it in the washing machine. So I really save money. I do. But here's one way I do it. I dry my hands with this. I don't have paper towels for everybody to pull off every time they want one. I use cloth napkins at my table. And I use a dish thing like this. And I run my sink full of water, and I wash my dishes, rinse them, and put them over there to dry. So that's what I do. Anyway, I got my hands good and clean now with the Amish farm soap. And I'm not going to touch this bark. I'm going to let it soak for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to plant our stuff. Okay, y'all, it hadn't been 30 minutes yet, but I want to show you something. I'm going to put it in this instead of the thing I had. And it doesn't have a hole in the bottom. You don't have to have a hole in the bottom as long as you water it with ice. Or if you fill it up with water, like you want to give it really good water and like to stay in there for 10 minutes or so, then hold it all and turn it upside down. Let every bit of that water come off. Just like I'm soaking that bark right now. Anyway, while that bark is soaking in water, and I've got my little pitcher I'm going to put it in, I'm going to go drink me some coffee. And I usually drink it black, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to put me some French vanilla in here. So that's what I've got, some little coffee stuff. It's good, y'all. Feels good. I love coffee in the afternoon. Okay, I'll be back in about 25 minutes. Okay, y'all, I've had my coffee and I rebrushed my teeth because that coffee will stain it up. So will tea if you don't brush your teeth. As my mama used to say, she'd say, go brush your pearly whites. That's what she told me. So anyway, I got outside because we fixed to make a mess. So I'm going to sit you right there on the table. And what I did is I got me a colander from out of my kitchen. And here's our bark that's been soaking probably 25, 30 minutes now. And I'm going to go over here, out here, and I'm going to pour it into this colander so it can drip. I don't want that going down my sink. Okay? Can y'all see I'm letting it drip? I'm going to put it back in this bucket now so I get over here. We can go over. All right, here we go. So now we've got our bark. It is dripping in this bucket still. Move this stuff back. Somebody gave me this cute little chicken. Isn't he cute? I'll leave him in here on the porch. I got another one right there. Hannah gave me that for Mother's Day, and somebody else gave me that. I think they're both the same thing. It's just a different leaf type. I need to replant them. I'm going to at some point. All right, here's our picture. Here are our roots. What they told me to do, you can plant them separately, but I'm going to plant mine together. They said hold them with one hand, so I'm going to do that. Put them down in the water, in the container, and hold them up. This part right here, it's got to be above the bark. That little knot-looking thing right there. That's got to be above the bark. So we're going to put it in like that. And I'm going to hold it up like that. And I'm going to take this bark. It's hard for y'all to see. I know it is. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I wish that my camera was better, but it's not. I'm using my phone. And now I'm going to put the bark down in there. Let it drop down in there. And I got way too much, kind of jiggle it so it gets down in there. It's what they said to do. And see, now, from now on, I'm going to water it with, ice cubes. This is a pottery pitcher I'm putting it in. You can see why I'm outside doing this, can't you? Because I would make a huge mess if I were inside. We're fixed to go back in a minute, and I got to re-wash my hands again. I know that. Said to just do like that. Make sure that the roots are surrounded by the bark. So I hope I'm doing it right. I guess I'll know later, won't I? That one's too big. Let me see. I feel funny planting something without dirt. It said to keep it in bright light, but not direct sun. So I think my kitchen window is going to be great for the summertime because I have big trees in the back. So the sun really doesn't come in my kitchen. But you know, when you watched my videos in the winter, the sun is so bright coming in there. So probably this winter, I'm going to have to move all my plants to a different window. All right. I think that looks good. All right, here we go. There we go. I have a lot of bark left over. I'm going to see if I got something else I can plant with that. And this sphagnum moss that came with it, I'm not using it. I'm going to leave mine just with bark up there. Like that. I like to see the bark myself. Okay, there we go. There's our orchid plant. Come on back in the house with me. And we'll go in here and talk a minute. Then I'm gonna, uh-oh, my camera flipped around. I'll flip y'all back around. I'll flip you back around this way. Y'all, are you getting dizzy from me flipping you around all the time? All right, this is my last washing. I'm gonna wash my hands one more time with this soap, Amish Farm, and then I'm gonna be done for the day. And we've got that planted, and so I think my window looks like a a beautiful flower garden. That's what it looks like. All right. And then I'm going to pull off some paper towel. No, I'm not. I'm going to dry them with this same rag I got out. I try to get out one or two during the day. And then when I'm washing clothes, I just throw it in with everything else. My napkins too. Now, when the children are here, what we do is this. Everybody gets a napkin. And then they fold it and kind of put it on the back of the seat, the chair back, or right there by their plate. If we're going to have supper, they can use the same one, and that's fine. So anyway, I'm done for today. I have enjoyed being with y'all. I've enjoyed talking to you and just being together. I'm still afraid to touch my face. I had poison last week. You see that red line right there and right there, and I had one right under my chin. But thanks to Amish soap, it's clearing up. It'll be better tomorrow. But anyway, I've enjoyed planting this stuff with you, and we'll just keep watching this, and when it blooms, we'll look at it together. We'll enjoy what you're sending. We all will enjoy it. So thank you so much. Love y'all. Have a great night. Hope the sheets feel good to your toes tonight, and that you sleep well. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.